So here's a country bluegrass song called Cabin in the Hills of Caroline.
There's a cabin in the pines in the hills of Caroline, and a blue-eyed girl is waiting there for me. Well, I'm going back someday, from her I'll never stray, in a cabin in the hills of Caroline, in a cabin in the shadows of the pine, and a blue-eyed girl way down in Caroline. Someday she'll be my wife, we'll live a happy life, in a cabin in the hills of Caroline. Well, I'm packing my grip for that long, long trip back to the hills of Caroline. Wanna see that blue-eyed girl, she's the sweetest in the world, and a cabin in the hills of Caroline. Oh, the cabin in the shadows of the pine, and a blue-eyed girl way down in Caroline. Someday she'll be my wife, we'll live a happy life, in a cabin in the hills of Caroline. And when it's late at night and the moon is shining bright, and the whippoorwill is calling from the hills, then I'll tell her of my love beneath the stars above, that I love her and I know I always will. Oh, the cabin in the shadows of the pines, and a blue-eyed girl way down in Caroline. Someday she'll be my wife, we'll live a happy life, in a cabin in the hills of Caroline. Someday she'll be my wife.